Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. And today I'm going to be reacting to some knock at the cabin, inside look, behind the scenes, featurette kind of things. I'm going to be looking at two releases. One's about a little over 2 minutes, and one's about almost 2 minutes. And it's the new M. Night Shyamalan film. It's a new thriller starring Dave Bautista and a few other big names. I'm going to be reacting to these featurettes, and so I'll give my thoughts about the upcoming film after, so stick around. But let's enjoy these together.
There is a family, and their home is invaded by four strangers who have been asked to make a choice of sacrifice to save humanity.
Why are you here?
I suppose I'm here to make friends with you.
Hmm.
Your dad's too.
That's really dark. That's like manipulation. Oh, crap.
I believe in this
Oh,
type of
I love this interview setup. That's like super M. Night Shyamalan. That fits. That's beautiful. I love it. It's great.
storytelling that when you come to the movie theater, you want to see something incredibly powerful, incredibly
Shot
emotional,
upwards.
experiential, but you want it to be bigger than life and feel something bigger than life.
There is no place to run. There's no place to hide. So I think it's like layers of nightmares in this film.
I'm very drawn to stories of confinement and telling very large stories
Yeah.
through a small window.
Yeah, definitely. I love that.
That constriction, that balance, a juxtaposition of the size of the story and the way we're telling it is very exciting to me.
Families throughout history have been chosen to make this decision. Your family must choose to willingly sacrifice one of the three of you.
Oh.
If you fail to choose, the world will end.
Oh, dang it.
It just takes you on this journey of your imagination, just going to the worst places. But I think that's what makes it terrifying. I think it's just that feeling of being unsafe.
I love the edit of this. Ooh.
There's something quite seductive about apocalypse movies, I've always found. It kind of combined two of my biggest nightmares, home invasion and the apocalypse.
I suppose what really struck me was that
Dang
it was
it.
brave enough to go on a kind of deeply spiritual journey.
Man,
though-
all of these setups are so beautiful. Good grief. These interviews, they went so high on the production value, and you don't see that a lot with featurettes. I love it.
It's in a very interesting and kind of shocking way.
And that's the goal, and try to aspire to that we make a movie that feels singular.
Ooh. Ooh. No offense, I would not make the decision. I would probably choose to, I don't know. Maybe I would choose to die. I'd like to think I'd be a good person and choose to be the one to die. I have another video I'm going to react to. It's another shorter one. It looks like it has a different vibe, but maybe this gives us more information about the production, about the film. Let's go ahead and watch this one as well before I give all my thoughts.
This has been by far the most challenging project I've ever done. This is the role, like literally this is the role that I've been waiting. And it's really it's to prove myself, it's to prove my worth. My name's Leonard.
Leonard, all them tattoos.
The premise of the film is there is a family, a couple who have adopted a child, and they're vacationing. And their home is invaded by four strangers who have been asked to make a choice of sacrifice to save humanity, save
Okay.
the world from the apocalypse.
Yeah, we got
The
that.
role of Leonard is very specific. It's like a giant, physically intimidating, and has to do these horrific things, but is actually incredibly gentle, like a teacher. When I met Dave is this character.
We were called and are united by a common vision, which has now become a command that we cannot ignore.
Ooh.
He came to me and basically convinced me that he would do anything. And I believed him, that he would do anything for me, and he did.
I think throughout it's just been a challenging film. It's been a challenging project.
Oh, man.
This is an opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh, I love the aesthetic. I love the aesthetic of this film. It's very M. Night Shyamalan, obviously, but man, I remember, I remember the first time I watched Signs, which is an older M. Night film, and it honestly changed my entire view of filmmaking. Now, I've dabbled. I've made about what 4 or 5 indie short films, and the aesthetic, the story, what he was talking about in the very first featurette there, how M. Night like takes these big stories, these catastrophes, like they did in Signs with an alien invasion, and then confined it into what happens with a small family, you know? How do they react to it? What's their experience? What's their emotions? What's their family dynamic? And he's tackling all of these complex ideas of past tragedy in the middle of this current tragedy. And it's a super interesting concept as to what this is going to be about. I think the casting is incredible. I've always been a little surprised by some of M. Night's casting, but once you watch it, you're like, oh yeah, it works perfectly. And I honestly couldn't make a better decision in my opinion. I'm super excited about this film. I noticed in the edit, I was mentioning I love the edit, I love the look of it, but even in the edit, like when it was following that, the I don't know, I'm guessing it was probably based on like the knocks because it's called Knock at the Cabin, but it almost felt like there was a ticking in the background, which kind of is reminiscent of some of Christopher Nolan's films and trailers. But I noticed there was like a lot of camera turns where Dave Bautista would like bring down the weapon and the whole camera would go like whoosh, would go sideways almost to the opposite direction of where he was landing his weapon. And it was interesting. It reminded me, you know, the auditory sounds of these tickings or these knocks, and it's like right on beat. It almost looks like the camera is attached to, I don't know, a clock hand, and it's just ticking with the sound. It was beautiful. I love the edit. It's very creative. It's wonderful. I honestly, this gets me super excited for the movie, and I hope it does for you as well. I want to encourage you. We have a Patreon if you'd like to support us and see some of our podcasts early. You can check that out at the link in the description, as well as just subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let me know in the comments what you thought about these 2 featurettes, what you're thinking about the trailers and the film coming up, Knock at the Cabin. If you're a fan of M. Night Shyamalan's work, and just let's talk about his work a little bit. Let's talk about this movie in the comments below. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one that's going to be recommended right now.